welcome to Geek Edge Chat, and we are back. We've been kind of away for 2 weeks.
Away in our minds.
Not 2 weeks, but 1 week. We missed last week to do a review, so we're doing 2 episodes in 1 review because life fucking happens. And yes, we are reviewing My Hero Academia Season 7. We're doing episode 14 and 15. Damn, why are you staring at me that hard?
No, I'm just looking because you're speaking. Hi, I'm Christy.
And I'm Shirley. So let's get into it because we got a lot to... I'm fucking looking at my notes and it's a lot. Holy shit. Because like these 2 episodes, we're getting to the heteromorphic like fight, the movement and stuff like that. Shoji, Spinner, Anima. And so it's... I remember when these manga chapters came out and people didn't really care for these.
What?
Because it was, for people, they were saying that it was so last minute to bring up this topic. I could see what they're trying to say, but at the same time, I still think the chapters were good, and especially these anime ones, these episodes. I think they like made it really good. Oh,
I mean, it definitely added to the whole story.
Yeah,
honestly.
That they didn't bring it up more throughout the manga,
But how could they say that when there's the connection with the League of Villains and the other villain?
Yeah,
that is the point of them coming together. It's not just it's the idea, the feeling of not belonging. So I don't know.
For the League of Villains, the villains and stuff. Yeah, I think that was what was coming up. It was a connection. I could see what they mean. Like it should have brought more into the story, in the manga. But you're also right that there is a connection with the being other, in a sense of being an outsider in this society,
being an outcast.
So it is sprinkled in a lot, especially through. Again, the League of Villains story. So, so you can't really say that it's not in there, I don't think.
And it's that's my personal opinion. Thing.
Yeah. But that's my personal opinion. But I think these episodes were actually fucking great. Let me tell you.
For me, they were the most emotional episodes. Aside from Bakugo.
Yeah, they were the emotional. Because I'm like, there was this part where... in the end, I'm like jumping, but let me just say, like in the end, Spinner says that his hatred won't go away of the heroes keep on winning, because nothing will change, because he was attacked when he was just walking by someone, probably like what society deems as a normal looking person. Of course, and I think they sprayed like some type of chemical on him.
Yeah.
So it's like, which is messed up. So so he's basically saying that why should I not get back at them and stuff like that. So it was just like, oh shit. I mean, he's kind of right. I mean, like, he's right, So basically, the episode starts with a flashback to Shoji's like past treatment. You see that the regular looking folks, whatever the fuck that means. But what society deems regular looking, like I said, how they were like a mob, because he lives like in the suburbs of Japan, I assume. I don't know if they call it suburbs like that, so a mob outside of his house starts throwing rocks at him, because they're saying stuff like heteromorphs shouldn't leave their house. I can't believe you have like impure blood. No matter how much time passes, we'll never accept your kind. Shit like that. Shit that's just awful and stuff. And then, we cut to, like, Spinner. And Spinner being the spokesperson for the heteromorphs movement to go to the well, mostly just to... It's a movement because they're right. They just want to be treated as equals. As they have their rights and stuff. But Awful One just really wants Spinner to be like, all right, let's get Kurigiri because that's going to make my ass win.
Well, I just want to say it was exciting to see Shoji am I saying his name?
Shoji. Yeah.
Shoji face off with Spinner. I felt like he was a pro hero in this episode.
Yeah, he was.
Normally he's a support hero almost in a way.
Yeah, because Class 1A is huge, so you don't really get a lot from each one, but it was so dope to get, like, his backstory.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
He's, like, this gentle giant in a way for me.
Yeah, I like him. So cute. I love him, too. Yeah. And so they're, like, in front of Central Hospital because, like I said, Kurogiri's there, so they want to get him and stuff like that. But also Mike is there because Shoji and Anima's there as well. The other student from Class 1A, who's a heteromorph as well, wants to go to Central Hospital to protect Kurogiri because they knew that movement was coming over there. You know, they were going to be heteromorphs. And so they're saying this to Aizawa and All Might. And so Aizawa's like to Mike, hey, can you protect the kids? Which I think is cute, you know. So Mike is there. He throws out the loud out, what was it called? The loud out shout, which is like his power of just his loud ass voice.
I think it's dope.
You know, he's a DJ.
Yeah.
And so that throws back like the heteromorphs and shit like that. But Mike almost gets pierced by heteromorph civilian. But Anima saves him, which is dope to see Anima save somebody and stuff. I think he probably saved somebody before, but I don't fucking remember in the anime.
He's always saving people. What do you
No, but I meant like they actually like show the save or something. Am I bugging? I'm probably bugging. The cops are basically teasing the civilians, and Rocklock is shocked that they're more organized as a group. So one of the civilians who was like shouting in that group and stuff that Rocklock is at says that no one who looks human can understand. And then you see Rocklock's shocked or traumatized face. This part was interesting because there was a lot of discussion about this when this panel came out, because Rocklock is a black man in Japan, and I'm assuming he's black Japanese. So it was just a weird like thing to like having this heteromorph say to a black Japanese man, hey, you won't understand what being oppressed is like.
No, I see what you're saying.
So it was weird, and people didn't like that. So I could see where people got that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what there was like that part was very like Horikoshi didn't understand what the fuck he was writing there. Like it was very like.
I mean, come on, you have to understand that there's a lot of authors who are not of a certain community and just don't.
But
really, well,
I could see
fully understand what a line like that
would mean,
or the undertones to it, or just be inappropriate.
But I understand where that reading comes from, but I don't take it like that personally. That's my opinion. I take it as Rocklock traumatized face, basically like, yeah, I actually been through this. You know, because I am a black Japanese man. I've been through this hatred, this racism, and all that stuff.
There's also a commentary.
That's how I took it.
Yeah, and
but then again, that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong.
And that's how I took it too. This idea that no one really understands the other person's struggle, and I think that could have been the case there, in the sense that you don't see people's struggle. You know what they go through, but you don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I took it as Rocklock acknowledging it, like saying like I've been going through this every day, living just my fucking life every day. This racism and like this oppressed, like, you know. Yeah. No. So I don't know. That's not my opinion, so I don't know.
I was saying it in a sense like the heteromorph does not understand what Rocklock goes through.
Right.
That's why he said that. He only sees his injustice.
Okay, I see.
That's what I mean.
So the civilians basically like push Anima and try to take his mask off. And I'm like, damn, leave this kid alone. And they were like, oh, you're a city kid, because they're talking about like how in suburbs or outside the city, there's gonna be more like attacks because there's not much education out there compared to the city. Where I could see that. I mean, I could see that because of resources and stuff like that. I mean, the city barely gets resources, so imagine outside. Outside the city. So, but there's still, of course, oppression in the city too. That's not gonna stop. People, they live in their own bubble, especially if they're not oppressed. They're not gonna. They don't want to. They could see that, but they don't want to fucking understand.
I mean, I find it interesting how the author shows like Shoji and Anima, being the ones to kind of be at the forefront of this fight, considering that they are heteromorphs, and even then the heteromorphs are not willing to budge on their purpose. And they call the fight a revolution.
Yeah. One of the heteromorph civilians is up on the roof, and he's like just talking. He's just talking shit, but talking kind of the truth in a sense. He's talking truth because he's saying that today is our liberation. Court counseling, court education is all a sham, because it's like, again, resources. Yeah, like he's basically saying, like, present day they feel remorse about what really happened in the past. They're pretending to be remorseful and stuff like that. And you can see that in real life. Yeah. Like, is there actually change? I mean, look how, I don't want to compare because this is, of course, but like, look at real life in a sense of how much we're regressing back and back and back and back and back, and you're just like, God damn.
Well, yeah,
it was already bad enough, but now it's just like going back and back, and I don't know.
But
and he was also talking about, I don't know any of these Hardamore civilians' names, but he was talking about how, like, people raised in densely populated areas, in diverse areas, won't discriminate as much because they're educated or they have the resources and stuff, or they're able to get resources. But areas outside the city, like suburbs and stuff like that, won't have the resources or to get able to get educated and stuff like that. So basically, Spinner's the leader of the group. And so, poor Spinner, because of his power that he got from All For One, he doesn't understand what the fuck's going on. He looks like he's, like, tweaking out. Like, he's just, like, what is going on? I have to get to Kurogiri. That's basically it. So, like, Spinner's about to attack, and Shoji comes in with his, like, power move, like, Octo Blow, which was kind of funny and cute and cool.
I feel like Spinner has completely, like, no control over his mind.
Yeah, like, no control over his mind.
Like,
what's going on. He doesn't understand.
He does have that purpose, and he had it before.
Yeah, of course. That purpose
All For
is
One,
everything.
like, gave him another quirk.
I think it's called Scaled Man.
I feel like he still has no control over his decisions, and that's why he's not really listening to anything Shoji is saying.
Pretty much, or like what anybody else is saying too, right? Because like the civilians are trying to get his attention, like, okay, leader, what should we do, and blah blah blah. But he's like, I don't care, I don't know, like, it's a lot, because of the power upgrade. Like, he got juiced out pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So Shoji,
like he's on drugs. It looks like.
Pretty much. Shoji's trying to understand why they're attacking the hospital, because like. What is their plan? Like, what attacking the hospital, getting Kurogiri is gonna mean to the movement overall, I guess. So he keeps on asking them, like, do you have a plan? Like, because he wants to know. Because I think he's saying that it's not wrong what they feel. It's, but it's like, use your anger another way. That's not gonna hurt, like, people in the hospital, because there are innocent people in the hospital. It's a very complicated, like,
I mean, he's literally telling them that you're not wrong for the decision you made to come here and fight.
Yeah, because people were,
like
they're getting oppressed as heteromorphs and stuff.
He's really trying to understand that part. For me, that's how I see it. Mm-hmm. Their intention there, although it may be wrong in the way they're doing it, but he feels like they have a cause and it makes sense. They've been oppressed for so long. Now they're there to fight. Pretty much.
The heteromorph civilian axis, I think it's the one on the roof. I didn't write down the fucking note. Axis Spinner first of what? Oh, no. It was one of the people in the fucking crowd. Axis Spinner's first on what they should do, but he doesn't understand, like we were talking about. He doesn't know. He's like, who cares? And so they asked the person on the roof, the heteromorph civilian on the roof, what they should do. And they said, basically, Spinner means that they should blood spread. Bloodshed is how history is made. People, don't do a podcast that night. It's fucking tired. Bloodshed is how history, yeah, that too. History is made, so sacrifices are unavoidable. That's interesting.
Well, sacrifice yourself then.
It is challenging.
No, okay. I mean, I feel like in times like this, there's so much hypocrisy that happens.
Yeah. Okay, and so.
Anyways, sorry. That's
discussion. I love, because then you see like the Spinner's power is getting weird, like not weird, but it's like these scales are coming out, like red scales. So he starts looking he looks red, like with scales, like he's red and scales. It's like almost like Red Hulk, but with scales, I think.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of. So I love that he's thinking about the memory of him playing video games with Shigaraki, because Shigaraki used to always, I love that memory. Shigaraki used to always play by himself, but now he has Spinner because that's what they have in common. Love of video games. I think it's so fucking cute. I love that memory.
That memory happened so fast. I was like, oh, okay.
That was cute.
But it was sweet. I mean, I like how the author shows the more innocent side of the villains, like showing them on their everyday.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I love all the fucking villains.
You fall in love with the villains, and
you feel bad for them, and you actually care for them. Like, I'm not gonna. My personal opinion, and that's hard to do because they're kind of killing people, innocent people.
And exactly.
But then they're also right in the sense of what they're fighting for. They've been oppressed, and it's it's so complicated, and you just love them because in a sense they're just human beings.
You can relate
just trying to find their place and right in the world, I guess.
And if you want to or not, you can kind of relate it to real life situations.
I love the humans. They're dope.
But anyways, I just want to say Spinner is my favorite villain. Only because I don't want to get into it. Let's move on.
They show Shoji's backstory where he tries to save which the flashback they started in the episode, in the beginning of the episode. They go back to that because Shoji's talking to Class 1A. Bakugo's not there. I noticed that. What's up? Bakugo's always sleeping early. Shoji's backstory. He's basically telling about when he was attacked because he tried to save someone. The villagers got upset and attacked him, giving him his scars on his face. And Class 1A, there's this cute ass part where they go in for a hug because they're listening to his story and they feel so much pain for him and stuff. It's so cute. And because Shoji's yeah, I've been through a lot and I know what this body looks like to people who, just, are horrible and stuff. But he's I'm clinging to the good memories and the memory, of course, of saving a little girl in the river bank and stuff like that. I thought that was beautiful. I actually started fucking crying. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
This episode I was crying. The next one I was bawling like a baby. I'm like, what the...
Yeah,
no,
so basically, sweet so cute. That shit made me cry. But the people that hurt them were not justified. He basically says to Spinner and stuff to people outside in the fight, because it goes back to the fight. The people that hurt them were not justifying their actions, but this isn't the way to do it. Use your anger in different ways where innocent people won't get hurt. So the head of more civilians, the one on the roof again says that his childish thoughts. So Anima's upset, like what the fuck, and so sends his birds to attack him to shut his ass up.
About time.
Because we get
kick him off the roof, yo.
No.
Kick him off.
We're not trying to kill him, but still. But Anima's backstory is cute because this is where we get his backstory. It's a little flashback, basically of his mom telling him that people used to call her, because she's telling her son Anima that he's gonna get horns too, and basically it's like it calls to other animals and it shows the animals that calls to him his emotions and stuff. I thought that was cool. It reminds me of Rhodey, the character from World's Missions, the third movie. It just reminds me of his kind of like power and stuff. So basically, so his mom is like, oh yeah, I remember when people were calling me ugly because of my horns, but your father defended me, and your dad got mad at them, and I thought that was cute. And so basically she was also saying to Anima to get mad. Always get mad and stand up for people and stuff like that, which I thought was dope.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. I feel like when you are the person being bullied, kind of is your responsibility to kind of stand up for others.
Yeah.
In a sense. And of course you're gonna have fears, but
yeah,
if you're not afraid, then why not?
Pretty much. So this is the end of the episode. Basically, Mike yells and breaks Spinner's sword. Shoji's attacks Spinner one last time with octopus expansion. Octospansion, thank you. I'm like, what? Okay. And Spinner says, and this is where Spinner says his hatred won't go away. Heroes will win, then nothing will change because he was attacked when he was just walking around, and he got sprayed on with what was it? I said chemicals, but it was
insecticide.
Insecticide, thank you, on him. So he was like, they should get back at them, like, and he moves forward to the hospital, and so that's where the episode ends. And so let's get into the next episode 15, Butterfly Effect. Basically. Let's get into it because I don't fucking like this episode made me cry too. But
I was crying from the get.
Because now we're like Spinner's trying to get to Kurogiri. He's in the hospital. He's like, come on to the like other more civilians. And he's like running to Kurogiri. I don't know why the fuck I'm laughing. Because basically the plan is the All For One tells Spinner, hey, use this recording of my voice or Tomo's voice to get Kurogiri to wake up, basically. And so this part fucking made me sad. Who would have thought I would have been loving Spinner? I'm like, I fucking love Spinner. And I'm not gonna lie, I was happy when his plan ultimately happened. It worked out in the end to save to get Kurogiri to save.
Me too.
Tora.
You don't even know how happy I was about
that.
I
was like,
you know what? I'm not gonna be upset. You do your thing. Get your mission done, because I want you to feel proud of yourself.
Even though that means the heroes are fucked, but
no.
You know what? I wanted Spinner to get a win.
Yeah, me too. So
I was
bad.
Fucking crying.
You know what Spinner is? What Spinner is in the villains is what Froppy for me is with the heroes. The way she's very just sensible, calm, yeah. Thinks logically. That's how I see Spinner. Of course, they're not the same in the way they think, but
yeah, I'm like, oh, well, okay. No, I see what you mean. Yeah. But I'm like, what? Okay. But I see what you mean.
Sometimes the voice of reason, sometimes.
It's just so sad with Spinner, Jesus. But anyways, so of course, All For One is telling Spinner like, oh yeah, Kurogiri's, he was transported to a research building, so Spinner's job is to, of course, like I said, to hear the recording of the voice of Tomura or All For One. And so he's like running to the hospital, like I said, and nobody he thinks people are following him, like I said, but nobody's fucking following him.
Let me just tell you, this whole little
That's
scene.
why I was happy that his fucking plan worked.
Him running, and then they showing him the younger self running,
and he was like,
and then he thinks all these people are following him.
That shit had me
I started crying like crazy.
I heard you,
and I was like,
what the fuck?
That's so sad because all this time he's probably been alone.
Yeah,
up until him joining this group.
Yeah, and
for him to feel a sense of pride or security of the fact that he's belonging of people
saying that he
following him and believing in what his cause.
Yeah.
And then there's no one behind him.
And it's just saying that he never amounted to anything until he started following Shigaraki. And he's like, look at all these people following me. And he's basically saying that to Shigaraki. And I was just like, damn, I started fucking crying.
I know.
So I was like, shit. Because I could totally understand
That was such a sad scene.
That was sad. But Mike attacks Spinner with his yelling attack because Mike is the only one there. Because he's like, yo, Shoji got to these people, so what the fuck you doing?
Mike's attack, left him naked, right?
Yeah, he loses his like juiced up power, and the recording gets destroyed in that attack. And of course you see Shirakumo, I guess, or Kurigiri. Shirakumo, Kurigiri. That's both his names. Just sitting there. So the Heteromorphs that were following Spitter stopped because they saw the doctors. They stopped in the hospital and they saw the doctors or nurses locking hands, like stopping them at almost at the entrance of like the rooms and stuff. And that got to like a couple of the couple of the Heteromorph civilians, like, oh, look at these doctors and nurses. They're trying to stop them, from hurting innocent people who were patients there, really,
I mean, just seeing the Heteromorphs.
So they dropped like the bats and all that stuff, and it was just sad. All they want is their right to exist.
Yeah, and to feel
like
they're part of a community, or
It's just so fucking sad.
And seeing that, just the subtle things happening with that one Heteromorph, just dropping the bat and going outside to stop some Shoji from getting attacked on the other guy. Oh my gosh, I started bawling again.
And then when he was talking about when I saw the doctors and nurses protecting people in the hospital, it made him rethink on how they are using their anger and stuff. And then he starts like questioning things to Shoji, like that silence. He's saying that, not questioning, but he says that silence is evil because you see the injustices of the world and don't say or do anything about it.
That's the lie.
And then he starts questioning himself to Shoji and was like, was I wrong? Should I have stayed silent? And Shoji says, no, you're not wrong, because what you feel is not in vain or wrong. Those who hurt us still need to be brought to the light, and that's what we need to do and stuff.
Very good, Shirley. Yes.
So
that's such an important line, because oftentimes you see so many people with so much hatred, and then when the other group that they're oppressing stands tall and decides to fight against them, what do they get? A lot of pain and injustice, and they get criticism from people. True. And what are they doing? They're just fighting for their rights, or existing for their lives.
So
I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I mean, you're not wrong.
Without trying to get too political.
You're not wrong, but like,
it's hard.
But it is almost 11 o'clock at night, so my brain is like spinning right now. Spinning.
She's like, what is Christy saying? Well, Christy's trying to speak on something that's political, but not get political, and it's hard. It's hard.
Oh my god.
But anyways.
So Spinner gets up one last time before Mike attacks with his fucking yelling shit again, power. And basically he puts the hand of Shigaraki's like family on no, he gets up one last time basically. Yeah, and so he starts thinking about, before that, he starts thinking about, like, what they have in common. Again, the love of video games. So he puts Shigaraki's family's, one of the hands on Kurogiri's face and tells him to save Shigaraki and the others. Mike yells Shirakumo's name, and Shirakumo wakes up. And Shirakumo, says that he will protect Tomura Shigaraki. And then we go to, like, Washington State weather report in Washington State in America, where there's this weather person called Meryl, like Meryl Streep, I think.
Oh.
I think it's like Meryl. Yeah, it's Meryl.
That could be his favorite actors.
Maybe. It could be. She looks amazing. 100%. She reminds me of the weather women
broadcast
from
folks in Telemundo.
They be dressing, was it Univision? They be dressing like amazing, like sexy. Congratulations, that's dope. Who wouldn't? Fuck. But they're talking about the changing weather in Japan, and of course this gets her to be like, she holds up a sign that says no, and the sign says no, all for one, AFO. And also she's saying that she's against the United States going in favor with all for one and trying to, be like, oh yeah, we'll do anything you say and shit like that.
Damn, I wonder why he put that slither in there. Because was it really necessary? No. But the idea that United States linking with a villain doesn't surprise me at all.
I mean, I don't... I mean, what's going on in the world today and has been going on for, like, years and, like, I mean, are we...
I don't know. I'm sorry.
My
laugh was villainous.
But I'm just like, okay,
anyways.
Are we shocked? No, we're not.
No.
But we flash back. I don't want to talk about serious things.
No,
right now.
I mean, I'm just saying that it's interesting that he kind of points this out now in this climate.
Yeah.
Climate. Talking about the weather. Climate
change.
Climate.
Which is important. No. Stupid. But climate change is important, though. That's what I'm saying.
It is important.
But also, the United States is
but
dog
I was
shit.
talking about political climate. But anyway.
We could go dog shit. But we... No, I meant United States. This is dog shit. But we could we flash back to different fights like Dobby. Dobby. I forgot where the fuck they were. Camino War? Was it Camino War? Yeah.
Dobby has reached immortality level.
He ain't fucking dying. His hatred keeps his ass alive.
Yeah.
How really the fuck did I spell endeavor? In lover?
In Dover.
Oh, in Dover, you're right.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
That's not a bad name, though.
Dog shit. But anyways, he's going to Endeavor, and Shoto is trying to stop his brother by yelling at him, saying, hey, you were supposed to fight me. It was so cute. Poor Shoto. And, like, it's cute because Ida's holding him back. Like, oh,
Shoto
you can't.
Looks mad young and
I know. Well, he is.
He looks younger than his 16-year-old.
It was so cute. Yeah. And I love how Ida's trying to stop him. Like, Shoto, look, you can't fight him because you use so much of your power. And, his phosphor move. And Shoto's like, no, you're supposed to fight me, blah, blah, blah. And Dobby's like, I ain't here for this shit. I'm fighting my shit-ass father. Please. And so that's when you get Kurogiri appears. His warp gate. This is where you get warp gate appeared. And then you flash back to the Coffin in the Sky fight with Deku. And then Kurogiri's warp gate appears again, but it's behind Aizawa and Monoma, and I'm forgetting the other hero's name who does the water quirk. Oh, shit, I forgot.
The fish guy. He looks like a fish.
He's not a fucking fish.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
His costume kind of looks like fishy.
I forgot his name. Shit.
Did I say fishy?
But he's cool too, but I forgot his name. God, I'm sorry, man. But anyways, and you see Kurogiri's warp gate behind Aizawa. You see Aizawa turn, it's like, oh shit. And you see Mike coming through the warp gate, which is kind of funny, but also... But it goes to, this is all happening minutes before, or is it after? It's minutes before, right? I think. Like all these fights are happening at the same time, really. To be honest,
they are. But
so we go to the Gunga Villa site, and and Alpha One's talking his shit. He's always fucking talking.
And
that's
the music they put on it, I'm just like, yo.
He's always talking. But he's basically talking to Twice and Endover.
Endover.
He's telling them like, hey man, you know, the people who are in pain, they're gonna be doing shit, because they're in pain. I'm really not really saying what he's saying, but you know what I mean. So that's when Dabi and Twice's clones come in different warp gates. They're coming into through Korigiri's Korg, of course, the warp gates and stuff. But yeah, and then we go into a few minutes earlier. That's when it says a few minutes earlier, to basically Ochako and Toga's fight.
Ooh.
With Froppy at the island. I'm totally forgetting the fucking name of the island. I'm so sorry.
It's not important. Let's go.
But anyways, that's when Toga's like, oh my god, I got like 20 to 30 minutes, I think she said, to use Sadman's Parade, which is Twice's fucking power move. And she has his blood. So, you know, she's attacking like Ochako and stuff and Froppy almost gets killed, but I think Toga uses her, like, changes into her and stops her, which is fucking interesting. I didn't understand that part.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
Yeah, like, did she save her? But I thought she was attacking her.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I got confused right there. But
I did too.
But
honestly, I was like,
of course you got confused.
What are you trying to say? Yes, so I got confused a lot. It happened.
But anyways, Toga, of course, Ochako sees Toga taking Twice's blood, and then Ochako's like, no, wait, let's talk about romance. I'm not done talking about that. I'm like, okay, why are you bringing that up? But interesting.
Because she wants some.
No, but then Toga goes into the warp gate and is like, she turns around and she's Twice now. She's like, I wish we could talk about that, but you know.
And the way they do it, like,
yeah,
halfway into the warp
like,
gate.
Bye.
But then at the other end, in what do you call that?
The Gunga?
Was it Gunga Villa? Yeah, where Offer One.
Yeah.
You see Ochaka and
and
Froppy come out of the warp gate too.
Yeah, because Toga's going there to that site to fucking kill Hawks, because Hawks was the one that killed Twice. So she's
and
like,
I did feel sensitive about that whole killing of Twice.
Twice's death is always so sad for me.
Yeah, because he was the one that was like, you sympathize with the most, aside from Spinner. Him being suffering.
You care so much about these fucking
you really
villains.
do. I mean,
and that's why the ending of the manga, it kind of gets to me, because there's certain endings of villains that I was like, I don't know if I like this.
Oh man, I'm gonna be sad.
So
really? Wow.
So yeah, but
what about redemption?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't exist.
It does,
okay.
But also like the manga, it kind of it's challenging, because the manga does tell you, like, in the sense of the story is like, yeah, they're very like they're going forward, these villains, on what they want to do and what they feel is right and stuff like that. They're not wrong in a sense of what they're doing, you know, of what they're feeling, but but it's challenging. It is very challenging.
Because if you can't let the hatred go and your
villainary
to stop.
Culinary school. But wait. But yeah, so Toga as Twice Toga is like, I'm coming for your ass, Hawks. And Ochako, and like you said, Ochako and Froppy go in on the warp gate, and that's how it ends.
I already said that, but y'all okay.
Oh, shut the fuck up. But anyways, that is this is a long ass episode, because we had a lot to say, and also it was 2 fucking episodes. We'll be back to our regular schedule of doing Saturday's episode. This Saturday from this recording, and stuff. So
wow, on the second part, half of it, I woke up. I'm like,
congratulations.
Yes,
so thank you for listening to our review of My Hero Academia.
Yes, and
episode 14.
You like listening 15. To us?
Subscribe, like. comment.
Yeah, please give us a like.
YouTube.
And
YouTube.
Watch the video.
You get shot.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Okay. Peace out.
Peace out.
Adios. Good night.
Good night.